Welcome to the Real Rundown in Real Estate, where two real estate agents serving three different states, bringing you the real conversations buyers and sellers actually need.
From when it's truly a good time to buy, to the steps to becoming a first time home buyer, to I'm ready to sell, to what do I do now?
We break it all down. We cover market rates, the home inspection, listing strategies, and everything in between, but without the fluff.
This space is for real insight, real strategies, real answers. We welcome your questions, we welcome your engagements, we welcome your curiosity because informed decisions build confident homeowners. Trust us, we will give you the real rundown in real estate.
And my name is Jeanette Irvin with the Good Life RVA in Richmond, Virginia.
And I am Juanita Jackson with Kaizen Realty, stationed in Memphis, Tennessee, and Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome.
Welcome. And today we're going to talk about online lending versus local lending. And
Mhm.
we're going to talk about what is the expectations when you're online looking for a pre-approval versus going to your local lender. Juanita, you want to take it?
Well, I will. I sure
Thank you,
will.
ma'am.
Well, the first thing I want to talk about, of course, we know we're talking about the online race versus the local race with an actual
Mhm.
local lender. And what people usually see online is the best case scenario is what you
Okay.
get when you try to get pre-qualified online. And they got it already set in for large down payments and in primary residence. So you're looking at it already being pre-filled in that software.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I like to, try to share with my buyers is the speed versus personal access.
Mm-hmm.
Online lenders are often pretty fast and convenient, but your local lender offers direct access, a real
Mm-hmm.
person who knows your file and can answer any questions that you may have fairly quickly,
Mm-hmm.
especially important during the contract process. The other stuff that I wanted to expound on or talk about is the local market knowledge matters. When
Mm-hmm.
you local, the local lender is local, the knowledge matters. And
Mm-hmm.
local lenders, try saying that three times fast. Local lenders understand the neighborhood specific issues like your appraisal trends, the taxes,
Mm-hmm.
HOAs, requirements, and local grant programs. If you're talking to a lender in Chicago, he doesn't know what the local grant programs are in Richmond, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why working with a local lender is so critical. Online lenders may not be familiar with the regional nuances, let me say, the regional nuances.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say?
Right. Well, and then what I have with that is the rates change daily
Yep.
and sometimes hourly. And you got to think about these things, they update slowly, they show averages, and if they don't reflect, like you mentioned, it does not reflect the markings. So that's
Okay.
what you're right. So that's what the difference then, dealing with a local lender and dealing with these online
Hmm.
pre-qualifications.
Hmm.
So that's basically what I have, Jeanette.
Okay. And sometimes online lending may work. It may work for some, but it's not for every person. And if you need access to somebody right away, Communication can make or break a
Mhm.
deal.
Right.
Make or
And
break it.
right, and two, so your situation may be where you have that high credit score. It may be where the rate didn't fluctuate that much
Hmm.
during the time that you went online. So it may just work for you, but on an average,
Yep,
it's probably not. And it's like it's not a thing where one one size fit all.
that's correct.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Right. So what else do you have, Jeanette?
So like as like I was saying, I'm a communicator. And when it's time to purchase your home, you need a lender who will be able to communicate with you. And your
Mm-hmm.
local lender can do that. Not saying an online lender can't do it, but you got access. You just got access, more access
Exactly.
to them. And you
Mm-hmm.
can usually call them, you can usually text them, or go to the local branch and meet them face to face.
Mm-hmm.
With an online lender, it you often rely on like a portal or an email or a call center, which can slow the responses during a critical moment. And we know during those when you get down to the wire to close it, you need someone you can be able to get access to right away, especially your lender.
Right.
Especially your lender.
And two, it's not fair to the seller.
Yeah,
Right. When an agent is bringing a pre-qualification letter, and to find out, after you done put up earnest money, that the seller's excited about, oh, I got a
yeah.
buyer, and
Hmm.
then now the lender is asking for your real information. They're asking for your check stubs. They're asking for, verifying jobs and all of that. And then to find out this portal that you went on was like a standard, like it's standard as it on a 30-year conventional loan. But
Hmm.
we know there's all types of other loans. We know there's VA loans. We
That's
know
right.
there's FHA loans. We
Yep.
know there could be an ARM loan, but it gave you the standard rate.
Hmm. Versus that one. So that's why I
Exactly.
would say when you're working with the lender, I would strongly encourage you
Mhm.
to work locally. And if you don't know anyone, we always say start with your current banking
Mhm.
institution that you currently bank with. And if you don't have a strong relationship, reach out to your realtor and ask him or her, who would you prefer that will give me an opportunity to get a pre-qualified letter that get me into my home?
Right.
So start with your realtor as well. They can be able to guide you, and they can
Right.
also help with letting you know what banks, what lending institutions also have grant opportunities.
Right. And to Jeanette, what I do, I would recommend them like three lenders to
Yes,
choose from. Three
yes,
lenders to choose from, because really, we're not supposed to steer you to a certain lender.
that's correct.
So I always recommend three lenders, and you get pre-qualified through uh, you know, I'd say all of them,
Yeah,
because every bank is
and they
different.
can. Yeah,
Right,
and they
right.
can
They can.
within that certain window of time, that night, either 60 or 90-day window of time,
Right.
and it only hits your credit score once,
One time, one
one
time.
time.
So,
So
like I
it's
said,
okay to shop around.
right. Because it's not, like I said, one size fit all. It's not
It's
a
not.
one, it's not. It's not. And two, when you do those portals, it's got you at a standard credit score,
Hmm.
standard 760 plus. You
Hmm.
may not be 760 plus, or you may be 760 plus, but it's got you at a standard when you go into those portals. And
Hmm.
like I was mentioning to you with Navy Federal, when you go into Navy Federal, you can go into the portal and get you get a pre-qualification until you talk to an actual local lender to find out, to get the information from you, to get your personal information, to get your verify your job information. It's not accurate.
That's true. That is so true. So we wanted to drop these nuggets on work why getting a pre-qualifier or pre-approval online versus a local lender,
Mm-hmm.
why it matters. And like I said, speed versus personal access. Your
Mm-hmm.
local lender knows your local market, and their knowledge really do matter. Communication can either make or break a deal,
Mm-hmm.
especially in a critical time.
That's true.
Yay. So we
Well,
thank you all. We thank you so much for listening to The Real Rundown in Real Estate. Again, I'm Jeanette Irvin with the Good Life RVA based in Richmond, Virginia.
and I'm Juanita Jackson with Kaizen Realty based in Memphis, Tennessee and Atlanta, Georgia. Thank y'all so much for watching The Real Rundown in Real Estate. Until next week.
We'll talk soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye for now.